Well, I guess this is what happens when I move my webcam around and don't look to see if I put it back in the right spot when I was done with it. I needed it for something earlier, and I guess I didn't have it. That's easily fixed. There we go. No. Man, I got hairy arms. Anyway. There we go. How about that? Ah! Alright, so. Yeah. I forgot to put sweetener in that. It's black. Well, technically it's brown, but yeah. Also technically it's black. There's no sweetener in it. I mean, it doesn't taste bad or anything. It's just I wasn't expecting that. Anyway. So when I went for that meeting on Thursday, yeah, I'm still talking about that. Whatever. Anyway, we had discussed maybe putting vegetables into my diet. So I went and I got big cans of vegetables. They're like 398 milliliter. Like, they're, I don't know. I'm not gonna... Anyway. There's big cans of mixed vegetables. Anyway, there's like peas, carrots, potatoes, onions, celery, all chopped up in there. Anyway, I took one of those cans, put it in my food processor, put 4 hot dog wieners in the food processor, ground it all up until it was like some kind of weird orange looking mush. That's what it looked like. And I put that in my macaroni. That was good. The only regret is that I didn't use the bigger pot because it filled up the smaller one a little bit more than I would have liked it to. So next time I make that, I'll use the bigger pot. But that was good. That was really good. And my my sugar levels were actually pretty good yesterday. I'm proud of that. I don't know why, but yesterday morning it was 8.0. I had 4 waffles for breakfast with a bunch of syrup on it. I know that's bad. And then for lunch I made chicken noodle soup with a package of crackers mushed into it. And then Maria came home. Like, she went out yesterday and she came home with fried rice. So I had that too. And I had like little pieces of shrimp and everything in there. So I had that like pretty much right after I had the soup, because that's when she came home. And then at 10 o'clock, instead of having my usual oatmeal, I had nothing. And then 1 a.m. came around and I tested my blood sugar again, and it was 6.3. So that was good, right? And then before I went to sleep, of course, I had the Glucofort, which I'm running out of. Anyway, and then this morning I tested it, and it was 5.2, right? So it went down, which is good, and I want to keep it down. Today, what I had was a cup of rice and a hard-boiled egg for breakfast, and then, like I just explained to you, the hot dogs and the mixed vegetables with the macaroni. It was like one of those KD boxes with 50% more macaroni in it, right? So it was a little bit more. Anyway, I had that, and then now I'm just waiting until 10 p.m. Take my metformin and then eat a bowl of oatmeal. And hopefully my blood sugar will stay down. Who knows? We'll see. And then, maybe I won't have oatmeal. I don't know. I don't know yet. Because I ate a little bit more than I usually do. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like this whole thing at all. Right? Because either I eat more than I usually do to help myself gain a little bit of weight, or I eat less than I usually do to keep my blood sugar down. Can't do both. I can't gain weight and keep my blood sugar down at the same time. And I keep telling these people this, and they don't seem to understand that. It's like people that are in authoritative figures or authoritative positions, like the doctors and the workers and stuff that I see. It's almost as if they've never been in my situation, right? So they don't know firsthand what their patients are going through. Their patients and their clients and whatever, they don't know what they're going through, right? So they just have to go by what they know, and that's fine. That's fine. But because I'm going through this myself, right, it's almost like I'm self-diagnosing myself, because there's nothing online that tells me how to gain weight and keep my blood sugar down at the same time, right? I've been told, eat more foods with protein. Okay, fine, right? That's where the mixed vegetables come in. So hopefully that will help. And yes, I felt like I was really full after eating that. So maybe that is a good thing. Who knows? I certainly don't. I'm just playing it by ear, just like everybody else. I honestly don't know what to do. Right? Because I've never been in this situation before. I've never really known anybody that's been in this situation before. Right? Like, sure. My father had diabetes. His mother had diabetes. Right? I've been around them. But they were both considered overweight. Right? They actually weighed more. Right? So they followed the regular diabetes diets that help you lose weight. But I need to gain weight. And nobody seems to understand that. It's just everybody's focused on me, keeping my blood sugar down. I get that, and I'm trying to do that. But at the same time, I would like to gain weight. Right? It's kind of embarrassing walking around where people can actually see my skeleton. Like, look at that right there. That is my jawbone, right? People shouldn't be able to see that, and they shouldn't have to see that, right? Like, my arms are like super skinny. Sure, I got a little bit of muscle, but not much. I don't know. I just want to figure out what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Maybe I'll just make the mixed vegetables and the wieners together without the macaroni. Maybe that'll do it. I don't know. Or maybe with the macaroni and then skip the oatmeal after. Like, I don't know. I'm going to have the oatmeal tonight and I'm going to see what happens. If my blood sugar is over 7 or over 10, right, like around 14 or 15 like it has been when I eat more, then tomorrow for my I don't know. Tomorrow for my meal, or maybe I'll just skip my oatmeal. I'll have the same thing for lunch and then skip the oatmeal at 10 tomorrow and see if that works. And then if that doesn't work, then I'll skip the macaroni and have the oatmeal at 10. See if that works. It's all trial and error. I can't win. I can't lose. Just like whatever. I don't know what I'm doing, right? Because nobody has anything. There's nothing online. If you can find something online that is a guarantee that I can gain weight and keep my blood sugar down at the same time, I would like to have a link to that so I can check it out. Okay? So I guess that's your homework for today. Because I don't know what to do. I'm totally stumped. I've tried everything. I'm trying to keep my blood sugar down so my doctor's not yelling at me every 3 months, telling me, hey, you're doing this wrong. Well, if I'm doing it wrong, tell me how to do it right. They don't seem to know. Nobody seems to know how I can do this the right way and come out on top. Right? And that's my dilemma. That's why I'm trying all this stuff on my own, because nobody seems to know what the right advice is. Right? And I'm not blaming them, because they're just going by what they know, what they've been taught. Right? And I'm going by what I'm experiencing. Okay? So if I eat a little bit more than I should and my blood sugar goes up at night, then the next day I eat a little bit less and see if that helps. Right? There's nothing wrong with that. There's no rule book saying that I'm doing things wrong, or I'm doing this wrong, I'm doing that wrong, or that I'm even doing anything right. Because I don't know. I'm just doing what seems to work for me. Right? And if that works for me to keep my blood sugar down, then that's what I'll do. But at the same time, I'm trying to figure out how to do that and gain weight so I don't look like a walking skeleton, so that my BMI doesn't go below 17 or 16 or whatever the dangerous level is. Right? So I don't know. I'm trying. I am definitely, I'm honestly trying to do this right. And let's see here, that BMI calculator thing that I had. I weighed myself this morning and I was 127 pounds. Okay, which is good. My height, blah, 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 compute. Okay, yeah, it's still at 17.7 like it was last time. All right, so I don't want it to get lower than that. And I'm trying my hardest. I am honestly trying my hardest to get to get past this and to get healthy. Wow. Was that a rant? Sure seemed like a rant to me. Wow. But I'm not angry. So it was like kind of like a happy rant. Something that I just needed to get off my chest, really. Yeah. And I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're listening. Give me your thoughts and opinions. Just don't tell me that I'm doing things wrong. Don't tell me that, oh, well, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. Unless you can tell me and guarantee that I can gain weight and keep my blood sugar down at the same time. If you can't tell me that, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear anything negative because I'm doing what seems to be working for me right now. It would be way more helpful if I can gain weight while I'm doing it. That is all.